Let's take a look at this video, this press briefing from Pentagon spokesperson. Her name is Sabrina. Let's take a listen first.
Okay. Sabrina, this spring you sent reinforcements to the Middle East, but that did not deter Iran from carrying out a major attack on Israel on April 13th. Why should this time be any different?
Well, Lucas, thanks for the question. I actually think you should take a step back and realize what we did accomplish on April 13th. Yes, Iran did attack Israel in an unprecedented manner, but I'll remind you that on that day, we shot out of the sky 90% of what they threw at Israel. And that was an incredibly intricate operation with the Israeli military, our military, and our partners and allies in the region. So while you can focus on the fact that Iran did launch that attack, I think it's incredibly important to remember what U.S. forces did that day and the fact that we will stand with Israel again and have said that very publicly and privately. So why, getting to your question of, what's to stop Iran doing it again? Well, Lucas, we demonstrated our air power on that day in quite a professional manner. And again, I'd point to the fact that, over 90% of what was shot towards Israel was taken down by either our forces or partner forces or Israeli forces. So if I were Iran, I'd be thinking about that. And as you've seen, we've removing the aid to the region. We've accelerated her movement into Central Command, and I'll just leave it at that.
So just to be clear, the message...
Okay, so two things that you have to understand here. Number one, U.S., they did not shoot down all of these missiles coming towards Israel when Iran launched that attack on April 13th. The only country that really helped shooting down those missiles was Jordan, mostly. Therefore, when Pentagon spokesperson, this woman, Sabrina, is saying that U.S. shot down 90% with the help of its allies, she really needs to emphasize on the fact that it was Jordanian. If they did not do this, if they did not care about Israel, today Israel will be doomed with the Iranian missiles. Number two, Iran did launch missile attacks on Israel on April 13th, but those missiles were third and very, very low graded. Means they did not use all of these cruise missiles, those modern advanced missiles that Iran has on that day. It was easy, therefore, for Jordanian army military, and obviously US was also involved in some way, and also Israel's that Iron Dome, they could not have been able to deter any Iranian attack had it been with all of these cruise missiles and the warheads, the modern sophisticated warheads they have. So Iran this time absolutely not going to be doing the exact same thing. According to Scott Ritter, he mentioned that this time Iran is going to come with more lethal weapon against Israel, and Israel is panicking. Let's take a listen at what Sabrina will say next. This is something very, very interesting.
And I'll just leave it at that.
So just to be clear, the message to Iran right now is if you launch another major attack, the U.S. and its allies will shoot down these missiles and drones. That's the message.
I don't think we've actually been delicate in our messaging to Iran. We've been very clear that if Israel is attacked, we will come to the defense of Israel. You saw us do that on April 13th. I'm kind of paraphrasing what you're saying there. We will do that again. Should Israel be attacked, we absolutely will come to Israel's defense.
Okay, so again, the word here to understand is what Sabrina is saying. We will come, quote unquote, to the defense of Israel. If Iran attacks Israel, we will come to the defense of who? Israel. You are already coming to the defense of Israel by mobilizing all your warships, your military assets in that region. However, what she is refraining from saying is that they, U.S., will not take part if Iran attacks Israel, and then Israel retaliates with missiles, with military force targeting Iranian bases, nuclear weapon sites. U.S. will not do that. They do not want to commit to that. We know eventually they will, because these are all bootleggers of the Zionist lobbies in Washington. They will eventually have no other choice but to get involved in this war with Israel and attack Iran if that happens. But for now, they're absolutely determined that this is going to be lunacy. This is going to be a huge mistake on US's part to take the whole nation, the entire nation, to a World War III, potentially with Russia, China getting involved right away. So the fear that US military has and the country as a whole has is very, very palpable. We can clearly see it, and we can easily conclude by saying that there is absolutely not going to be any way, shape, or form that there is going to be a conflict between Iran and US, especially Iran and US. They are not going to coming to the rescue, or not to the rescue, to the offensive against Iran by Israel. Now let's take a listen at the last question.
We will do that again. Should Israel be attacked, we absolutely will come to Israel's defense.
Does part of that defense of Israel also include potential strikes inside Iran?
Yeah, so I'm just not going to go into any hypotheticals, Lucas, but I appreciate the question.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into any hypothetical situation or question, but I appreciate the question. Okay, if you don't know, in 2022, Israeli military, they were so happy. They were so looking forward when Joe Biden was elected as the president of the U.S. in the very beginning. They lobbied Joe Biden administration, the U.S. administration, to give them F-35 fighter jets. Why? The reason for that was that Israel said to Joe Biden administration, we are going to use precision-guided missiles to target Iranian nuclear sites. This is the time. They were up in arms, Israel, with this its military and with US, that this is our chance, this is the moment, because at that time F-35 fighter jets, they were creating a lot of impact into the hearts and minds of US's enemy, in this case obviously Russia and Iran and China. So F-35, Israel believed, will do the job for them, and they were very, very excited, looking forward to it. And then they asked Joe Biden that we need these F-35 fighter jets, send it to us. We're going to go after Iran and destroy their nuclear sites. But lo and behold, nothing happened. Joe Biden said, I'm not going to be doing this. One thing that you also notice here is that the warmongers in Washington, namely Lindsey Graham and also Ted Cruz or Tom Cruise, whatever you want to call it, they are now hiding. Where are these people? Why they are not coming out in the defense of Israel? Their rhetoric, their hyperboles, they're all gone. They don't want to show their faces to the journalists, or it could be that they have lost all credibility in the Western media. I don't know, but whatever it is, these people, these warmongers sitting in Washington, pro-Zionists, they are now completely shut. It speaks volume, guys. It speaks volumes about how these people in the U.S. Congress, they perceive Iran as. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.